Good morning. Are you well? Right. Day 4, isn't it? Day 4 of questions to ask a wedding photographer. So these ones, once again, are from me brides.com list. Some of them are a little bit American, so bear with us. These ones are all on pricing and packaging, which, pricing and packages, which is really, really important, isn't it? Because that's kind of what everyone looks for. Um, and there's lots of tricks that photographers kind of pull. So I'll try and tell you about them. Right, excuse me. What is included in your standard package? What add-ons do the more expensive packages include? Right. Okay, things to look out for. Um, Always be on the lookout for the upsell. There's certain photographers that the second they meet you, they're already putting into your brain like, right, you must buy an album, because they're going to go, right, it's all about the story. Think about how these pictures will look in your album. Your album will be this, your album will be that. A lot of photographers make a lot of money out of albums. I've never pushed them. I do albums. Half the time I forget to tell people, but yeah, but there's more on albums tomorrow anyway. But yeah, so what is included in your standard package? I think now it's all about time and how much you want me, how long you want me there. I don't try and say how many pictures you get, but I do have to give an indication. So my packages, okay, I've changed them over the years. At the moment, they're relatively competitive, because that's where I want to go now. So the short but sweet, that's 6 hours coverage, okay? That's $9.95, and you get all the edited pictures, and they go onto a password protected gallery, and you can send them to your friends. You get slideshow, and it's pretty much 6 hours, and it's me. Then the next one I have is me wedding special, which is my $12.95 one, and that's 10 hours. A lot of people think they can kind of do a whole wedding from like the bridal prep to kind of just, till the dancing starts, and that's your $12.95. And then finally I have my unlimited one, which my record, which I never ever want to be, is 21 hours at a wedding, and that's $14.95. So that's called my dance package, because that's people who they may have a band, or they might just know it's going to go mad on the dance floor, and they want to capture that. And that's, for me, that's the best way to finish off a wedding day, is like drunk dancing, because sometimes you do see some sights. But yeah, always find out exactly what the photographer's going to give you, and what you get in that package, and ask the questions. Right, number 2, can I customize a package to fit my needs? Yeah, of course you can. You can always do it. I don't try and have a la carte menu or anything like that just to upsell. Some people might want me there for 6 hours, but then they might want like a wedding album. In fact, I don't even have packages with albums. Sometimes I do say that if you book a package with an album at the start, it's cheaper than if you buy an album like a year later. Okay, so do you include engagement photos in your packages? What about pre-wedding events like rehearsal dinners? So rehearsal dinners, that's a bit American, isn't it? Right, engagement photos, pre-wedding photos. It's a funny one. Like a long time ago, like going back, I don't know, 8 years or so, I used to always do a pre-wedding shoot, and it was quite good. But then people used to take the mick. Like I'd end up going over to the coast, and it'd be like a full day. I would be working for nothing, and then give you the images. So I'd be doing all that for nothing. And then some people would be like, I'm going to get a pre-wedding shoot, but can you just do it in my garden, or can you do it in my house? No one really cared. So and then the other thing is, because I'm a documentary photographer, it kind of goes against my style as a pre-wedding shoot, because a pre-wedding shoot is more about posing. I do pre-wedding shoots. I do enjoy them, but when we do them, it's for the people that really want them, because they have to pay now, and they pay extra, and I spend that extra time because I want to create beautiful pictures for them. And you know, they are great for if people are nervous, and it does relax you. And I've always said that pre-wedding shoots are a lot harder than wedding day, because it's just you two and a photographer, whereas on a wedding day you're surrounded by your friends and family. So yeah, but I do charge for them now. How many hours are included in each package? How much do extra hours cost? Well, I've kind of covered that one really. Yeah, just look out for photographers that say, you know, I'm going to stay X amount of hours, and then it's going to be like another £125 per hour extra, because it can add up. So always know what you want and what you get. Do you offer a photo booth? You know what? 10 years ago, I used to do them, because it was before photo booths got commercialised, and I used to take a big massive studio, and I used to take horses' heads and duck heads and truncheons and everything, and the pictures were amazing. But it was a lot of effort to set it all up, and sometimes some weddings people would love it, other people I'd set it up, and then they just wouldn't use it. So I was like, you know what? And then photo booths kind of came along, and yeah, they kind of took that away. But if you do want a photo booth company, then Jelly Bean Photo Booths in Sheffield, they're the ones. Just use them. They're great people. Do you offer retouching, colour adjustment or other corrective services? Are those included or an additional charge? Right, and let's get this one out. Okay, a wedding photographer should edit your photos. I do know of wedding photographers that just give you the photos that they've taken on JPEG, unedited, and to me that's like, it's not even half the job. When you're editing and culling the pictures, that's when your stories coming to life. You know, I do shoot in manual. I do get it kind of 95% right in camera, but there's always like adjustments that you can make to make that picture better. And yeah, like obviously I kind of do. I usually, with kind of a wedding shoot, I will adjust all the colour, I will make sure the exposure's right, I'll change the brightness, you know, I'll just make it sweet. The things that I kind of won't do is I won't kind of filter everything like they're on Snapchat where you look plastic. And, you know, occasionally I have to remove certain things. Sometimes I'll remove fire exit signs, but there's no additional charge. I just want the pictures to be the best you can. You know, the people that want corrective services, like they might want to look thinner, or they might want the lips enhancing or something, I don't deal with them people anyway. But yeah, if they wanted like all that sort of stuff, it would be additional charge, because I'd have to send it out, because it'd drive me mad. Right, and do you charge a travel fee? For what distance? What does that cover? I do have to charge a travel fee. So if it's a wedding that's over 150 miles, then I'll have to charge travel and also accommodation, because if I'm having to travel 2 hours there and 2 hours back, I just have to stay overnight really. Sometimes if it's too far, I'll have to stay the night before and then stay the night of the wedding as well. But yeah, everyone's different. Most of my weddings are fairly local now, so I don't usually charge anything. But yeah, everything's kind of discussed. Yeah, so they're kind of your top tips really. But just I think the most important thing is, if you're looking at a photographer, then look at exactly what they're offering you and what you get. Read it, you know, because there are a lot of photographers that will try and upsell everything, and there's a lot of photographers that kind of do the least possible, you know. I'm not one of them, but yeah, any questions, give me a shout. Well, I've been banging on a bit today, haven't I? Right, best get on with some work. It's been emotional.